Hello, my name is Dylan Hahn.
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Skullduggery 8. Today, we're doing a candy tier list. Let's get into it. Warheads. Uneatable. Actually, painful. Actually, garbage. Reese's Pieces. Gotta go in the... We'll set it as our B. B's good. Reese's Pieces, good. It's honestly a toss-up between Reese's Pieces and M&M's. Usually I prefer Reese's Pieces, but M&M's do have that sort of, like, consistent, you know what you're getting. Reese's Pieces, there you gotta be in a mood for it. Bubble Tape, honestly a C tier. Maybe low C. The problem with Bubble Tape is I could just have, like, other gum that's, like, better. You know, like, any type of fruit gum, juicy or whatever. It's just better. And you never need like that much gum. Like, what are you gonna do? It's like it's not. It's in such a weird container, and you have to rip it apart, and you don't want that much carrying around a bubble tape gum. Like, it's not gonna work. 100 grand, also C tier, higher than bubble tape. Higher than bubble tape for sure. It's a decent chocolate bar. I mean, pretty middle of the line for candy. Definitely a C tier. Um, Never had you. If you go at the back. Gobstoppers. I've had these like once or twice. Um, I'm not familiar enough to rate. I'm not gonna rate. Hot tamales garbage. Like, I don't know why you're a candy. It's just like completely horrible. Tootsie Pops, they would be good, but they have that chocolate center, which I kind of dislike. Just be a regular lollipop. I don't know why you need to have a Tootsie, or not chocolate, like, you know what I'm talking, the Tootsie center. I just don't like it very much. Honestly, you're better than Bubble Tape. I'll put you C tier. Honestly, a little generous. Like, it's not very hard to make a good lollipop, but you only get points because you're a lollipop. So, Sweet Tarts, B. Yeah. Orange slices. Like, what are we? Like, what are we doing here? Come on. Fun Dip. Oh, Fun Dip. I do like Fun Dip. First A tier, probably. Maybe B. Very low A, high B tier. Fun Dip, all around really great candy. I like the gimmick of dipping your shit in like this little thing. Um, and I like getting it sticky with saliva and getting a big load of sugar in there. It's a little bit messy sometimes, and then you always run out of sugar before you sort of finish sucking on the white chalk candy thing, so you always end up just eating the chalk. So there are some like mechanical concerns, but all in all, not a bad candy. I do think that it's definitely better than something like Sweet Tarts and Reese's Pieces, I would say. I'd much rather have Fun Dip than Reese's Pieces. It's fun. Jawbreakers, B. I don't have an opinion. I guess, yeah, low B, I guess. Oh, these are good. These chocolates, I would put these top of B tier. I really like these. I'm pretty sure these are peppermint flavored, and these chocolates or mints. Yeah, yeah, but they're thin and they're very yummy. High quality chocolate candy. Lifesavers gotta go in A tier. They're a gummy. I mean, or are these the gummies or the regular? Because the regular I could honestly put in B. The gummies though I'd put in A. I think these are the regular, which are the hard ones, which I'll put in B below Andy's above Reese's Pieces. Ring Pops. I used to think when I was a kid, and I think every kid agrees that ring pops are like super super cool, like a fake diamond you get put on your finger. But now they've kind of grown off me. I think that like I think that they take so long to eat that you're bound to get your hands sticky and shit, and you get diminishing returns of the taste after like 100 licks or whatever. Honestly, a B tier, probably above lifesavers, right there. In another time, I would have put this A to S, honestly, but I'm very low on Ring Pops right now. Three Musketeers, I honestly haven't had this enough to say. Twizzlers, I think, are actually pretty okay. Some people hate them, some people like them a lot. I think they're pretty good. Over 100 grand, probably. Honestly, low B tier. Low B tier. Lowest one on B tier. Like I don't think it belongs in C tier. I like Twizzlers. Jolly Ranchers, also another one I really liked as a kid that now just completely grown off me. I feel. Um, Probably somewhere behind Sweet Tarts. And another time, this would also be A tier, but I just not in the mood. Sour Patch is S tier. Swedish Fish, right there. I have a strong gelatin bias. Um, as you as you might guess later on. Swedish Fish, in my opinion, are kind of like a middle of the road kind of gummy. Like they're not bad, they're not good, yet they're still better than a lot of the stuff on this list. I think Swedish Fish are just like very addicting to eat. Um, Tootsie Rolls, like D to garbage. I mean, I'll have one. I'd have one over a hot tamale. At least it's not actively like hurting me. What is this? Is this an almond joy? What is this? Coconut dark chocolate. Oh, Unreal. I've never seen this. I know what an almond joy is, but oh, these necklaces here. Yeah, they're good. Razzles, haven't had enough to say. Crunch Bar, honestly, a fantastic chocolate. I I think the obvious contender that everybody knows for best chocolate is the Kit Kat. But in my opinion, Crunch is like an underrated like pick that in many cases I will prefer over the Kit Kat. Um, I think it's just like an all around really good candy. The texture is very good. It's always sweet. It's always got a nice crunch to it, which Kit Kat does as well. But Kit Kat, I feel, is so mainstream. I've gotten a little bit tired of it. Meanwhile, Crunch stays, underrated, kind of special type of candy bar. Honestly, if this was a chocolate bar tier list, I would put Crunch very, very high up. Honestly, low A tier for me. Um, Above funded. Above funded. I'm not even kidding. Kit Kat, I also think is low A to high B. We'll put low A. We don't want to disrespect Kit Kat. I do think I'd probably rather have a Kit Kat than like an Andes Mint. I would also like Swedish Fish over Andes Mint, to be honest. And yeah, but I would have a Kit Kat over Swedish Fish. I love Kit Kats. They're just, I mean, they're just like the classic goat chocolate bar. Everybody loves them. What are these fucking cigarettes? What is? I don't know what that is. Peppermint patties. B tier. I'm kind of like ambivalent. Worse than Twizzlers, I guess. Smarties. Another candy I think is pretty good actually. I probably have them over lifesavers. These are just addicting. I love fucking chewing them, having them break apart in your mouth. I love how many of them there are. I love opening the container, just like squeezing them out. Um, Smarties pretty great, honestly. I might even put you above the candy necklace and above the Andes, actually, right behind the Swedish Fish in the high B tier. Dots used to really love them. Now they've grown off me, as with a lot of other stuff on this list, because I've realized that other candies just do it better. Like there are other gummy candies that don't get sticky and stick to your teeth that are more sweet. And Dots doesn't really have like a very distinct flavor. It is a gummy, which means it's pretty good. And I like that it's like I kind of like the shape of it. I like that they're like sort of small and stuff. Um, Swedish fish or Dots? Probably Swedish fish. Yeah. When I was a kid, this would be A tier for sure. But here it's B tier. Peeps. I mean, come on. I mean, the thing about Peeps is that they're very like they're a higher quality of candy. Like they're more of a pastry than an actual like store bought candy, and so of course I'm gonna put it higher. Like it's a delicacy, and maybe that's just my brain saying like, oh, it's more expensive, it's higher quality, it's marshmallow, it's like in the shape of something, but maybe it doesn't in reality actually taste better than the other stuff. I think it does, and that might be placebo. But just the fact that it's like a higher level, it's like if Chipotle was on a fast food list or something like that, where it's just like it operates on a level different from something like McDonald's, or it's like rather if like Habit Burger, right? Which is cross between like fast food and restaurant, kind of like it's kind of a restaurant. And you put it next to something like McDonald's, and you're like, well, of course, I kind of have to say Habit Burger. I mean, it's more expensive. You can sit down and eat. Um, yeah. So Peeps, I feel like you've got to go S tier for Peeps. Yeah, Cookie dough bites never had. Starburst, honestly, extremely overrated candy. Just looking at it makes my mouth dry because every time I eat one, it like like that. Um, I don't really like any of the flavors particularly. They're all just kind of meh. Like honestly, you could stay in C tier. I really don't. I don't care for Starburst. But now we're on Reese's. Let's go, Reese's. S tier, baby, and we'll move Sour Patch Kids to the back because I think honestly Reese's are just my pick for the. If you ask me my favorite candy, I feel like I say Reese's on 6 out of 10 days. You know, Peeps. You know who would say Peeps? That's like some weirdo, but I do like Peeps more because they're like Habit Burger in a fast food tier list. But Reese's is just a tremendously amazing candy, peanut butter, it melts in your mouth. You ever buy one of those king size ones? That's just like actual heaven. Big portion sizes, so you don't have to keep like unwrapping shit. Um, it's just fantastic. A fantastic candy. The peanut butter just makes it so much better than a regular chocolate. It gives it, it gives it like you savor it. It's not just like oh, it's too sweet. Oh, just a little bite of dopamine. It's a full experience in your mouth. I love Reese's. I love the peanut butter cup. Gushers, I honestly don't really care. I don't like to hear. I guess. Oh, Jolly Ranchers. Damn, Jolly Ranchers look so low now that I see the rest of B tier. Huh? I'll move Lifesavers down. Honestly. Huh. Sorry, my nose is stuffed. Lemonhead D. Who the fuck is happy to have a fucking lemon head? Nobody, I'll tell you that. Airhead's pretty good. Um, between Smarties and Dots. Dum Dums, yeah, they're just a lollipop. They're Tootsie Pops, but better because they don't have the Tootsie. They're just pops. So probably here, I'll take a Jolly Rancher over a Dum Dum. Kisses, classic. I feel like it's the most average candy. Um, yeah, just the classic B tier. I mean, it's good. Sour Patch Watermelon. Oh, come on, watermelon's my favorite. Like, it's just that's gonna go in S tier. Sour Patches, I don't think I need to defend why they're good. I mean, I feel like they're consensus best gummy. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. I feel like what other gummies are in the conversation here? Like Mike and Ike's, Swedish Fish, Dots, like just like gummy bears, trolley shit. I feel like Sour Patch is just consensus, like quality gummy, and the watermelon flavor honestly brings it. Um, close, really close to Reese's. Honestly, I might even put it above Reese's. On those 4 out of 10 days, I'm saying Sour Patch over Reese's, and Sour Patch Watermelon is like just Sour Patches, but even better. So yeah, honestly, I would put you above Reese's, maybe even Peeps. But we'll see. Snicker is just like a average chocolate bar. Like honestly, York could go at C. I don't care for York. Snickers high B to low C. Just like I don't really care. Twix though are very good. Twix are good. I won't shit on Twix. Twix are very good. I think Twix, Kit Kat, and Crunch clearly, clearly. I think Crunch and Kit Kat deserve to be an A. Twix might deserve to be an A, but then I feel bad about putting. Yeah, Twix can go an A, whatever, and uh, I'll keep Swedish Fish down here. Nerds, I like nerds. They're not bad. Uh, Hereish, yeah, sure. Milk Duds, garbage. D tier, actually, not garbage. D tier, they're bad. Atomic Fireballs, those look shit. I don't know what they are. Milky Ways are just Snickers, but a little bit better. Probably better than Gobstoppers and Gushers. I'd rather have a Twizzler than a Milky Way, to be honest. I mean, Milky Ways are good. They're not bad. They're just like kind of okay. We got these blow pops. These are my favorite lollipops. I think in the lollipop category, I think they clearly are better than Dub Dubs, which are obviously better than Tootsie Pops. Um, Mostly because these are just big versions of lollipops, but they don't have that Tootsie center that fucks up the Tootsie Pop. So these I'll put like here, maybe above nerds. Yeah, nerds have grown off me. Lifesavers, hard candy. Are these lifesavers not the hard candy? Are these like the gummy ones? These look the exact same. I'm just gonna not rank this because I already ranked lifesavers. Pez, I think, are absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, like just I think they're better versions of Smarties. I'd honestly rather have Pez over honestly Pez A tier. To be honest, like these are just addictingly good. I remember I would get like 2 packets of these and one of those little toys where they go up, and I would finish the 2 packets in like 20 minutes. Like they're just so good. Um, Pop Rocks, I mean, a gimmick candy that's really good. I think. Sort of like Fun Dip. Loki, I think Fun Dip deserves to come down a bit to the back of A tier. And Pop Rocks, I would probably put A tier. I feel like they're like the sort of candy just like Fun Dip where there's a gimmick and it's also pretty good, but the gimmick makes it like is the reason why you get it, because it's just like kind of fun dipping the thing or kind of fun feeling it pop into your mouth. Um, they're the arcade candies. I like them both at the bottom of A tier. These look like fucking drugs. Mike and Ike. A tier, I think. I'd rather have Mike and Ike than Swedish Fish. Bottom of A tier. Yeah. Mike and Ike are good. As I said, I have a gummy bias. I like Mike and Ike. Are they even gummies? They're like chewy. They're gelatin, so I call them gummies. But M&M's, I think, are a high B tier for sure. I'd put them. Reason is too low, honestly. Maybe not. Maybe it isn't. Because M&M's I put right behind Reese's, and I feel like M&M's should be higher in B tier, and Reese's is mid B tier. Whatever. It's okay. What are these? Jelly beans, just like the most inconsistent candy. When they're good, they're pretty good. When they're good, they're like here-ish, but when they're bad, they're really bad. And half of all jelly beans being like bad, and a fourth of them being borderline like uneatable, are just like brings it down in my opinion. Probably to C tier. I'll put it at the front of C tier to be nice. Um, Whoppers, pretty good. Like here, whatever. Gummy beer bottles, as I said, I love gummies. Right behind, right here, maybe. Yeah, I like that. Skittles, overrated in my opinion. Probably bottom of B to top of C. Honestly, really just like, you know, if you gave me Skittles, I wouldn't not eat it. I would eat it, but I wouldn't enjoy it. I would prefer almost every other candy. I would definitely prefer Snickers bar or Milky Way. I think they're kind of like Starburst, two of the most popular S candies. They think are just overrated. Um, they suck the moisture out of my mouth. They make me like, no, and I don't like that. Don't know what this is. Laffy Taffy. It's pretty good except for banana, which is one of the worst things ever. Um, but that's only one flavor. So we'll put it like low B, I think. Here-ish. Okay, this is Skittles duplicate. Classic gummy bears. Is it Haribo? This looks like Haribo, but I'll just say it's gummy bears in general, which I think are low A to high B. I'll put these gummy bears honestly don't look that good because they're not like, I don't know, they look kind of like unsweet. So I'll put it low B, like, I'll put it high B right here. Baby Ruth, just like a Milky Way and a Snickers, like it's just, it's not that good. It's not that bad. I'll move Snickers up here. Candy corn D, Almond Joy D. This shit, I don't even know what these are called. These are good. Here, these are like dots but with texture or whatever. Pixie sticks, I like pixie sticks. I think they're B. Yeah, Hershey's. A chocolate bar that's definitely better than Milky Way, Snickers, and Baby Ruth. Definitely not as good as Twix, Kit Kat, or Crunch. Probably here-ish. Here. Yeah. Oh, no, I'd put it below Andes, actually. I like Andes more. Are these... Oh, okay. We're done. All right. Here is our tier list. I think I'm happy with everything here. Um, I may move... I, I feel like some of the stuff in B tier could go up to A tier, depending on how. Like, I feel like Swedish Fish or Dots or this kind of candy, or even something like Smarties or Airheads, if I feel like very generous or if I'm high on them, could move up to A tier. But I think I'll leave them in B tier for now, even though my B tier is fucking huge. Just because I think most candy, my experience with them does land in B tier. Like they don't have a large competitive advantage over each other. There's not a lot of candy that's like, wow, that was really really good. I'd rather have that than like Dots. So I think keeping the A and S tier to a minimal amount works well here, and most candy is pretty good, so it makes sense that I have a large B tier. Um, yeah, I like all of these in the B tier. C tier, I'm kind of like, like jelly beans. To be honest, I like jelly beans. Just the fact that half of the flavors are like just like shit. I'm thinking of the black jelly bean, or I'm thinking of like the the bean boozled like jelly beans, or like the banana jelly bean or whatever, or like the butter jelly bean, the yellow one. Like they're just like, why would you? Or the licorice one, like it's just not good. Or the spicy red one, um, I think just brings it down. I don't like Skittles or Starburst. A lot of people like them. I don't like them a lot. And then D's the D tier. Like if you think these are the D tier belong in B or A, C is okay. C some of these I would take, but D tier I honestly I won't even eat them because they're just really shit. Alba Joy I move up to C because I'll eat an Alba Joy. D tier though this shit or Milk Duds I'll move up. D tier the rest of the D tier I don't. So Tootsie Rolls, Lemon Heads, Candy Corn, and then of course we have the Warheads and Hot Tamales, which are just like why do they exist? They're just like weaponized candy. Um, yeah, they're just like painful to eat. They're not sweet, or I don't understand how anyone likes them. Um, yeah, but I do like Peeps, Watermelon, Sour Patch, Reese's, and normal Sour Patches in S tier. I think these are clearly like if there were to be a tier between S and A, I don't think I would put a lot of the A tier in it. I think I would only put maybe Crunch. That's it though, because I think these four really, really are a lot. Um, like I'll do that to illustrate that I think there's a large gap between these four and the rest of the list. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. This has been another uh, video by Skullduggery 8.